Brian Elliott made 43 saves against his former team. Flyers beat the Flames 5-2, snapping Philly's 10-game losing streak. That's not a good result for Calgary. Flames outshot the Flyers 45-21 in the loss. This season, Mike Smith has been hailed as a savior in Calgary, Carolyn. But have the Flames really solved their goaltending issues?
Yeah, that's a tricky one, because I think a game like that, you're headed into it, you're watching, you're thinking, okay, Flyers stink.
Yes.
They shouldn't be winning a game because they haven't been winning games for weeks. But Brian Elliott was outstanding on the other end.
Big game for him last
Yes.
night.
So you look at his performance and then you quickly think, what's going on with the Flames? How come they haven't figured it out yet? All I'm going to say is it's not all on the goaltending. I mean, in the offseason, you looked at this defense on paper and you thought this is one of the best defenses on paper, and you always know how that goes when you say on paper. In the National Hockey League, they haven't played like it because there are shots that are going through that should not be going through.
The goaltending is always a concern. You can't win in this league without goaltending.
No.
Johnny Gaudreau has kind of slowed down a bit too, right? Like, he's a goal in his last 5 games. He was on a big run. I'm not saying he can't pull out of it. Gaudreau's had a fantastic season.
And that one goal he did get was from an awkward angle that probably shouldn't have even
Excellent
gone
point.
in.
You're right. So I'm a little worried, and I'm not saying Flame fans should panic, but it is a little troublesome when your starter has back-to-back 5 goals allowed efforts, and your best offensive player is looking a little iffy. So I would be concerned with that. Overall, though, hands down, the worst result of Calgary's season. Not worse than Saturday against Edmonton, I would argue. That was a bad Flyers team that they should have taken care of in their sleep. And I don't know how that result played out the way it did last night. There's not a lot of excuse for it. But Glenn Gulletson wasn't supposed to practice his guys today. They were out there at 10 a.m. local. And he's got some work to do.
And just to play the other side, they did get the shots on goal, as I said. 45 saves for Brian Elliott. So they were getting their chances. They just couldn't.
Congratulations.
Find
Listen, Elliott, former team, a big game, right?
Yeah.
Like, good for him.